We wanted to create a space where we could have meaningful conversation, provide insight, and connect with listeners on a deeper level. So we brainstormed ideas and the podcast was born, Let's Sip and Chat. Welcome, friends. You are listening to Let's Sip and Chat, where we talk and laugh about relatable and often unexpected real life.
And this is your host, Jacky.
And your host, Anay.
And I'm Leala, and together we're your trio of hosts on this podcasting adventure.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is another episode, and today we'll be talking about thankful and gratitude. So I'll go ahead and go over the definitions of thankful and gratitude, just because I feel like a lot of us kind of confuse those two words together. They're very similar. So the definition for grateful is feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, thankful, received, or experienced. So, for example, like you could say, "I'm very grateful to you for all your help." And then the definition of thankful is pleased and relieved. They were, for example, they were very thankful that the war was finally over. So, expressing gratitude and relief, an earnest and thankful prayer.
That's good. Yeah, thank you for clearing that up. And then we had a conversation about that. We're like, what's the difference between like thankful and grateful? And there really are two different things.
Yeah.
Like having just like a grateful heart and like just so grateful for that person or, you know, your job, your family, and then just be thankful, like you said, like a sign of release, like, oh my gosh, someone showed up or, you know, was there for me and then in an instance that I needed someone and I'm so thankful. And so we get to have like that heart. I think not only that it's like thankfulness time as far as like Thanksgiving, but we can have that same like heart throughout the year and like to remember like we can just be thankful in general.
Right. I feel like I've always confused thankfulness and gratefulness because it sounds like literally the same, but I feel like, and I don't know if this is just me or this is everyone, I feel that the reason we look at both the words as they're just the same thing is because we forget to be grateful and thankful because life just becomes just a daily routine.
Exactly.
You know, so then you forget like just being able, for example, like to cook a meal for your family or being able to wash clothes or being able to go to work. You forget that all those things are blessings.
Yeah.
You know, because you just, oh, it's just a routine. It's just a routine. But in true reality, it's like, be thankful that you can cook that meal.
Exactly.
Be thankful that you have like
Food
a way
table,
to provide and to keep a clean home. And be thankful that you can drive to work, even if you're like, I don't want to be there at work. I don't like that job, but just being thankful that you do have it.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like it's just society that makes you live like your life through other people's lenses, like through social media, like posting, and then what you have, you stop being grateful and thankful for. You know.
I think you could also get into a place of like envy because social media obviously puts a lot of times puts your best picture, your best filters, your best foot forward, and you can get like you can get into a place of envy because that person looks like they have it all together, or there's marketing on social media pushing for you to buy this or buy that next thing. Like for instance, there's a viral TikTok tree and there very well may be nothing wrong with your current tree, but it's pushing it saying, hey, buy this Christmas tree because it's going around, but your Christmas tree is beautiful and there's nothing wrong with it. So it's like being grateful for what you have and not letting, like you said, living through someone else's lens, like just knowing what I have is enough and I'm grateful for it and that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I think like a way that you can create like, because I feel like it's like a muscle. You have to remind yourself, okay, I gotta be thankful, I gotta be grateful, right? Grateful for the things I have and thankful for the things that you know, like people help me with or on the daily life, you like your vehicles or the stuff we were talking about, right? I feel like in order for you to grow that muscle, I would suggest like a jar. You know, you can write a little, like just get like a mason jar, or if you have kids, like some jar that's plastic so they don't grab it, they don't break it, right?
That's perfect.
I actually found this picture of a thankful jar on I honestly I don't know what I was scrolling on, but I found it and I was like, man, that's amazing. And I think we can end up posting it so you know you people that are watching, you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's this thankful jar, right? And in the jar, you can put a label on it where you put like, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And read me, like when you're going through something, to remind you to be thankful, right?
Yeah.
And then you could put like strips of paper with Bible verses, and you could put happy ones, things that remind you to be happy, thankful ones, things when you're angry, you know, because life happens.
Exactly.
Anxious, loneliness, sadness, and you can just pull each slip of paper depending on what you're feeling and read it out loud. And like, this is what the jar looks like.
I love this.
And we'll post it so everybody can see it. But
and it has the different colors.
Yeah, it's color coded.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
You know, so it's color coded. So depending what you're feeling on, you pull that color, and it'll like lead you to that. You know, and it's all about just developing that muscle.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I gotta remind myself to be thankful. You know, because there's times where I'm like washing dishes and I'm mad, like, why do I have to do this? You know,
exactly.
Or I gotta
after the kids.
Yeah, or you're like, why do I have to pack this lunch, you know? And you're like mad doing it because you still have a bunch of other things to do it. But in that time, it's like, wait, don't be mad that you have to do it. Be thankful you can do it. Because other people, you know, wish they could even just pack their family a lunch or even wish they had a home to be able to do that and they don't have it.
Even like a partner to even pack the lunch for. Like, I know like Rudy leaves 4 o'clock in the morning and I could pack it the night before, but then his sandwich is like soggy, and so I go that extra mile to like pack him his lunch. But I'm grateful that I have him. I'm grateful that he can have that job to get up and go, you know, to work in the morning. And so I think the jar is perfect, and I thank you for sharing, and I'm gonna incorporate that for me too, because you don't always remember, like, you know, to stay there. So having like that jar and like a good place for you to remember it is going to be helpful, and I can like pull from that jar often. It
like brings you back, like, okay, I'm feeling this, let me pull from the jar, let me read this, let me read the word of God over my life, you know, just to bring you back.
And not just that, like you said, like for the kids too. I feel like that could be a very how do you say, a very good way to start showing your kids to be thankful for things, you know.
That's good.
Because I feel like a lot of kids look at other kids like, oh, they have this, or like it could be like a toy, it's the simplest thing, and I feel like they're not thankful for what they already have.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. I like that jar thing.
I feel like especially in this time, I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted a lot, right? But if you didn't get it, you just didn't get it. You know. But I feel like now with everything, social media and everything, that the need for wanting more and more and more and more,
right,
and not being grateful for what you have is there. So yeah, you are right. It's a good thing to incorporate for the kids.
Yeah.
To start teaching them young, like how to be grateful and thankful, so that when they are older, they'll want to do that with their families.
Yeah.
Or you know, just have like a good thankful heart towards things.
Another thing too, I know we all have like our busy lives throughout our days, whether you're going to work or you have a workout routine or whatever you need to do throughout your day. I feel like we have to sometimes stop and just be thankful for what we have, or just stop and be thankful for yourself, like be thankful for you.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I think another thing too, like for Thanksgiving, this is what we do in our family. We go around and just say what we're thankful for. I feel like if we incorporate and do that on family dinner every day, we'll be able to just share with our families what we're thankful for, whatever happened that day, you know.
I feel like that right there, you said it, like during Thanksgiving we do that. It's almost everybody does it. During the holidays,
you know,
you become thankful, right? But then the rest of the year comes around and you're just like, I'm just living my life, and then you forget why you're thankful. You forget of all the blessings that you have gotten through the year, and then you only give thanks for the things you have during those holidays. What would you guys say would be, because like I said, like the jar, right? But what other ways would you say that you guys can give, you know, someone that's listening, what strategies would you give them so they can be like thankful, or they can just stop and be mindful of like, hey, you are highly blessed, and you do have all these. What do you guys do in those moments?
I think it would look different for everyone, because we all have different ways that we look at life or different outlooks. And I think if we really like hone in and like ask the Holy Spirit to show us, I think He would show us how to be grateful and thankful for different things, if that even makes sense. So I think it would look different for everyone. I kind of want to circle back to what you were saying about like practicing thankfulness around the dinner table. I think that's where life happens. Like if even if we go back and even just like, let's go and have dinner at the table together and not separate, or in the living room watching TV, like having like that family time to be able to even like incorporate that is so important, because that's where life happens. Like, how was your day? And then you can actually like connect with your family, and then we can add in, hey, what are you thankful for, or what are you grateful for? And then it can open up like just like an atmosphere that you place in your home for your family on a daily.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
That is, yeah. I feel like since I'm home all day with the kids, I sometimes have to get away from the kids and go in the room and just like take a deep breath and just be like, okay, like I need to pretty much just calm myself, and then I also do like a little prayer to like get more strength, and then just ask God to just give me the strength to be able to go on for the rest of the day, because being home with kids is hard. It's not easy. Some days are good, some days are easy, some days are hard, but so that's what I do. I go in the room and then I just start thinking, I'm like, okay, I know there's people who are probably or don't have a family, or probably just going through something worse
You remind
than
yourself.
what I'm going through. So
you remind yourself of what you.
Kids whining, kids crying, throwing tantrums is nothing compared to what other people are going through,
That's a good way of looking at it. Like, you just remind yourself.
Yeah.
It's like you do the jar without even having the jar.
Yeah.
I think you can also practice like mindfulness. Like, so you're being aware. So when I am having like a temper tantrum because I have to wash these dishes again and I gotta cook again, and didn't I just cook that last meal, and now it's time for this next meal, like practicing mindfulness where I go, oh, I realize that I'm in this place where I'm not being grateful or I'm upset, and like stepping back and like, wait, I don't think I should be thinking like this, and then remembering to practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Like, I get to do this. I get to cook this meal. I get to wash these dishes. Okay, thank you, Jesus. I have dishes to wash.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say this. I think it's like how we start our days is how we're going to end our days. Right? So that's like being thankful first to God because He allowed you to wake up another day. And one thing I've been saying for about a week now is today's going to be a great day because I have never lived today and I will never live it again. And I feel like that just changed my whole perspective
a good way to see things,
on how I'm going to, like, how that day's going to go.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens in that day, I'm like, okay, God, like, you know the plans you have for me.
Yeah, you really are in control of how your day's going to go.
Yeah, like, I just feel
So
like
it's up to you to have a good day or a bad day.
Yeah.
it's the way you started. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100%
I feel like that
right.
was so deep. I just feel like when you think of that saying, like, you've never lived it today and you're never going to live it again, so be thankful that God woke you up.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that's deep.
To piggyback off what you're saying, that's like one thing that I like to practice in the morning. Like the moment that my eyes wake up, I say, good morning, God.
Yeah.
Thank you for waking me up. I thank you for your breath in my lungs. Like, the moment that you wake up, you are already practicing thankfulness. So that sets the tone for the rest of the day on how that looks like. Then from there, you can go into your prayer closet, you can pray or read your word or make your coffee. But like, you gave Him that first breath in that morning to say thank you for waking me up. And then and this is probably a little bit deeper, but then I personally go on to say, and I renounce the spirit of fear and doubt and unbelief, because those are things that try to creep up in my daily life that will oftentimes try to like take me off of that path of thankfulness. So I start with a thankful heart. I renounce those things. I put on His peace. I say thank you for your peace. I thank you for your love. I thank you for all that it is that you want for me to have through this day. Like, show me what is you want me to do today, who you want me to love, and how you want me to operate, and is there anything that you want me to know for today? Like, what do you say about me today? And it's like you fill your bucket up already, so then you're able to operate your day out of that place. And it's going to look different every day.
And then you're just thankful for everything that comes your way.
Yeah. And obviously that's when, like, we practice the mindfulness, because things will come up, and even though we said we started our day off good, we know that the enemy is sly, you know, when he can, you know, trip us up, or we mess ourselves up with, you know, because we are human, mess ourselves in our thinking, and that's when we are able to go back, because we're, like you said, building that muscle, so we're able to go back and remember, oh wait, let me be grateful for this.
That's a wrap for this episode. You know, thank you for being with us, and I hope all these tips that we threw out there for you guys can help you just to live a more grateful and thankful life, just starting out your day with you know, just thanking God for that day.
Yes.
Right? And then we'll see you guys for the next episode. Stay tuned.
So that's a wrap. Stay tuned for next episode where we will be chatting about the holidays.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review if you like what you've heard. Your feedback keeps us going.
And make sure to follow us on all favorite social media platforms to stay updated on all things Let's Sip.